Yeah. So you've basically tied a knot here from the top, and now what you're going to do is, see, another easy way to do this is, without doing this running stitch, you directly take a thick thread and you tie a knot, right? Why did we not do that? Why are we doing this? Because again, like I said, there are many ways to do the head, and I'm just showing you one of the ways, and this is more secure. It will not come off. A knot sometimes can come loose, but this can, this is more secure. And this style of making gathering will be useful for you later. Later, when you see somebody is doing something and a gathering comes, you will know how it came. Just a simple running stitch and you pull through and then the gathering comes. Yeah. So once you're here, all you need to do is turn this tube inside out. So please turn it inside out. Kamakshi, are you there?
I'm just getting started, Soumya.
Okay. So I'm going slow. Did you see what we did?
Yeah, I've been watching it, but I'm just threading my
Okay,
needle now.
you're
So
threading
it's
your
okay. I don't want the rest of the waiting, so you can go on. I'll stop you if I need help.
No worries. So once you do it inside out, here you have a shortcut way of making a finger puppet. So you see, if you just make a tube like this and slip it into your finger and you draw a face, there your finger puppet is ready. So just this way of making doll will also give you many other ideas of what you can do with children. Right, now we are going to start stuffing the head, and please be generous. Do not underestimate how much a head can hold. It can hold a lot. So open your stuffing bags. If you are allergic like me, you can mask your nose. And you should start stuffing your head, doll's head. Just give me a moment. Can you all hear me? Okay. I wanted to show you this. You see, this is another head that I had made. Basically, I wanted to show you that when you stuff your doll's head,
Voice has become really low. I don't know. It is only me.
No.
It's still low, Soumya.
I wonder why, because I'm using the same thing.
Now it's fine. Now it's
Okay, good. So when you stuff the doll, head stuffing has to be very, very firm. It cannot be loose. It cannot go in plop like that when you press it. It has to, see, when I'm pressing it, it's not even going in. Yeah, it should be like a firm lemon ball. And it should measure 1.25 inches. When you keep your ruler here, from the crown of your head to the chin, it should measure 1.25 inches, not more. If it's more, that means you have stuffed too much or you have not pressed it enough. So please press through and make sure that it's not too much. Use your thumb finger and press through. And it should be rounded. It should be in a round shape. So when you measure, I would suggest that, see, I'm pressing it really tight. And then this is how you measure. You have to hold it, pinch it by the neck. Yeah. When you pinch it by the neck, 2 tests. Test number 1 is press on the side like this. Is it going in? That means it's not enough stuffing. And press again on the front. Is it going too in? Then the stuffing is not enough. Then stuff a little more. Again, pinch by the neck. And then you keep your ruler here and you measure. When you feel you're right, you have stuffed enough, please hold it like this and show it to me so that I can see and tell you if it looks fine. And then you can tie. And for tying, please use the thick thread that I've given you in the thread card. So in your thread card, you have a brown or black thread, you have a pink one, and you have a brown thick string, right? Please use that string, cut a little bit of that string, and that is the string that we'll use to tie around the neck like this. Yeah, so take a little bit of that string. I think that's crochet thread number 10.
I have a black one. I have to thread that. So.
In the card that I gave, yeah, not the
Yeah.
black one, the brown one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Soumya, can you take a look at
Yeah,
mine?
I'm
Can you
seeing.
please see?
Can you press it and show me?
Oh, I think I need to stuff it
Yeah,
more.
you need to stuff more. So you have lots of stuffing. Don't think it's going to get over. So you can use as much as your doll's head needs. Yeah, Ratna, I can see. How is the length, Ratna? With the scale, when you measure the length from the crown to the chin?
3 centimeter.
Inch.
This doesn't.
Should be 2.5 inch, no?
No, 1.25.
Oh, 1.25, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I exceeded.
Just 1 second.
How much is it measuring? You're
Yeah, 1.5. No, yeah, 1.5.
2.5, I guess.
Yeah. About 3, is it 3 centimeters, did you say, Ratna?
Yes, 3.5 actually.
3.5. 3 should be fine. 3.5 will be a little much. When you see in inches, what is it showing?
Yeah, 1.5 inch. How much it should be?
Little less than 1.5. 1.25 is fine. But when I see you, what you're holding, it looks fine to me. Yeah, so don't do it like this. Wait, how do I show you? You're holding the scale here. and you're holding it doing
Yeah,
this.
yes,
When
yes,
you
yes.
do it like that, it will be longer. Just hold your scale beside your doll like this, and then
Okay.
you'll be able to see from the crown to the chin. Yeah,
Yeah,
Lakshmi,
I think
yours
it's
looks
less.
fine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's-
okay. Thank you.
I think it's 1.25 or yeah.
Yeah, it's looking fine. So when you're all ready with your stuffing, Reiko, are you also ready with yours? Yeah, looking fine. Nimisha, did you measure yours?
Which thread do we have to use to
yeah.
wind? This one?
Yeah, so in your thread card, you have 3 colors. You use the thick string, the brown one. Yeah, the light, yeah,
light
the skin color one.
skin color. Okay.
Okay, the skin color thread, you take the skin color thread. You have a really long thread, so you're just going to use.
Check mine.
Yeah, Sanya, it's looking a little bigger to me. Did you measure and see how much it is?
No, why are you tying that?
Little above than 3, I mean 1.5 inch.
Strangling this neck.
Yeah, you can, Sanya, you can pinch a little above and then you can tie it. It should be 1.25 inches preferably. Yeah, so you take the thread and then, yeah, you can if you want to remove a little bit, but make sure that it's firm. It should be firm. When you press, it shouldn't go in like that. It should be firm. Okay. So when you're all ready at this stage, then I'm going to take the thread and I'm going to tightly see while I am still holding the neck pretty firm. Yeah. I'm going to tightly tie it here above my finger, which is holding. Then I'm going to make 2 knots at the back and front. Basically, you're tying it at the neck tightly. After tying, if you're again going to measure, and if it's going to become larger, then you have to redo this. So please, while tying, make sure that you first hold it properly at the neck very tight, and then you tie your thread above your thumb finger like this. Take the thread above the thumb finger, rotate it, wind it around 2 times and tie a knot at the back and the front.
Ramya, will you please check whether this is fine?
Yes, Priya, that looks fine. Again, please measure with your scale after tying. Ratna, I think you have to tie it a little tighter. Have you tied it already? Yeah. Tightly, yeah, make 2-3 knots.
Oh, again? Okay.
No, oh, sorry, I didn't see it properly. Did you?
I have tied it.
Yeah, but it's not standing firm. So the test is after you tie it, when you, okay, I'm just going to come back to my other screen and show you.
Is this okay?
1 second, add spotlight. Yes. Now, if you can all see, when I tie it and I hold the neck, it should not droop down like this. It should stay straight. I'm holding it here and it should stay straight. Do you all see that? If it's not doing this and if it's falling here, there, that means you haven't tied it tightly. For whom is it falling down?
Is this okay, Soumya?
Do we need to tie the thing with the normal thread?
No. Just the thick string that, yeah, Sanya, that looks fine. Yes, Sadhana, that also looks fine. Sushmita, yes, is that measuring? How much is it measuring for you? It's looking big to me, but how much is it measuring? Yeah, Lakshmi, that's looking fine. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, this is about 1.5.
Yeah, it was looking a bit big.
So we can cut off the string, right? After tying the knot.
Yeah, after tying the knot here, you can cut the string.
Okay.
Has everyone done this?
It's okay.
Yes, that's looking okay.
Ah, I think
That's
it's
fine.
okay.
Okay, if we are we all good with this? Yeah,
I'm just
Now-
tying mine once again.
sure.
But you can go ahead. I think I just made it a little loose when I was tying it, and then
Yeah, that's why it would have come down. Yeah, correct. Yes, Namisha, that looks fine. Okay, somebody is clapping for you also.
All of it went in my eyes, but
The filling went in your eyes.
yeah.
Yeah, that's why I told you, because so you put it back and you be careful when you're stuffing it. It's best to switch off the fan just when you're using the cotton. Yeah, okay. So we have, are you okay, Sanya? Okay. So you have your 4 squares, right? So there will be 2 squares which are looking slightly bigger than the other. Can you see the squares?
Yes.
Yeah, I think for one of you, the size might look similar. That's okay. So you take the 2 squares which are looking slightly bigger. Yeah, the 2 big squares. These 2 are going to be the hands. And the other 2 squares are going to be the feet. So again, it's just an indication that we are giving. We are not necessarily giving very well-defined hands and feet, but just an indication. So for the 2 hands, you take the 2 big squares, and this time it's not so elaborate. It's very simple. I'm just going to take a small pinch of cotton and I'm going to roll it nicely into a ball. The hands and feet need not be firm. It can just be soft. Okay. So it need not be firm at all. See, I'm holding a small pinch of cotton. Reiko, that is too much. It can be little less than that. Yeah. Yeah, just a tiny ball like this, and I'm placing it in the middle of my square, big square. You see, when I place it, you see how it's just a small ball in the middle. Okay. And then I'm going to close it like this, like you're making a samosa or a momo. You're going to close the ends like this and make a potli, and then you're going to tie it. Again, take the thick string and tie it. But make sure that you have a ball-like shape in the center.
This looks so small. Should I stuff more?
Let me spotlight you. I can't see it very clearly. 1 second.
Okay.
Yeah, can you hold it like this? It should be this size. Can you see this, Abhirami, what I'm holding?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like this.
Okay, done.
Yeah.
So should I also add more?
Who's that?
Ratna.
Ratna. No, Ratna, that looks fine.
Okay.
Table.
So I'm going to take some thread.
Soumya, is this fine?
Yeah, is it? It's looking. Yeah, it's looking fine.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so you see, I'm tying this around the neck of this. Basically, the size of this ball should be 1 centimeter, like how you measured the other one for 1.25 inches. This has to be only 1 centimeter. Yeah, not inch, centimeter. Reiko, that looks fine. Yeah. Then you tie it nicely and you make the same thing on the other hand. So both your hands have to obviously look to be the same size.
So we are tying it tight, right? Like how we did it.
Yeah,
for-
yeah. You're tying it tight with your hands, no stitching here. You're just making a potli, and you're tying it. So when
Soumya,
I
this is fine.
yeah, when you finish it, you see this is how it is, right? This is how mine is looking, and this is how yours should be looking as well. And you please take your scale and you measure this to be, yes, Ratna, that's looking absolutely fine. You measure it, it has to be 1 centimeter from the tip to the bottom. And you do the same thing for the other side, the other square. You see, mine is showing 1 centimeter from the tip to the where I've tied it at the thread, right? So it should be 1 centimeter. Yeah, now I'm going to show you all another thing. One moment. Yeah, what you're just doing with your, sorry, somebody asked me to see.
Yeah. It's too
Yes,
small.
Kamakshi, that's looking fine. You finished the head also?
The head I've done with the stuffing. I'm yet to tie it up.
Yeah, you tied the head also up.
The head looks something like this.
Okay, yeah, please tie it to 1.25 inches. Okay, I'm going to show you all something here. Just sharing the screen. With the technique that you just did, what did you do? You took a square piece of cloth, you put some stuffing in the middle, and you tied, right? Now you see this. How do I share? Here, just share this. Can you all see? What do you see for $40?
The fairies give.
Yeah. Silk Fairies mobile kit. Of course, it's because of the silk and it must be naturally dyed and organic and this and that. But the technique is the same. Yeah. If you find thin silk or thin muslin of rainbow colors, you can do the exact same thing which you just did for the hands. And the dimension of the square will be different. This is probably 5-inch by 5-inch square, and they've put the cotton in the middle or the wool in the middle, and they've tied a knot here with the thread. And what they have done is okay, I'll stop this sharing and I'll show you here. So basically you have this here, right? So this looks like if you hold it here, you already have a little fairy. Can you see? So once you tie it here and you take the needle, then what you need to do is from inside this fabric, from inside this fairy, if you poke the needle and you bring it out through the center of the head, then you can hang it by the head. Did you get what I said? So you look here, this is my needle, and say if I'm going to tie it with the needle and thread, yeah, at the neck, and then I go inside the body, I'm taking the needle inside with my thread, and I'm coming out from the center top of the head with the thread after tying the neck, yeah. If I come out like this, can you imagine that the thread will also come out from the head? That's it. Then that is being tied to a ring or a frame. Ratna is looking confused. Did you get
I'm
it?
trying to follow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that is how you make these fairy kits as well. Hanging mobile.
Sun is saying it also looks like a superhero.
Yes, correct. I was also thinking of a cape, right? This one looks like somebody's wearing a cape or wings. So yeah, you can keep your imagination as rich and wild and free as a child and do all these things. So if you've made 2 of the hands, please go ahead with the other 2 squares, the smaller ones, and do the same thing and make the feet as well. And remember, when you make the 2 hands, the hands should look the same. They have to be again 1 centimeter each. You can't have one big hand and one small.
Soumya, can I ask you a question?
Yes, please.
So you mentioned how, these amigurumi dolls, they tend to have these large heads and stuff. And you were saying that, the philosophy, the world of philosophy would say that, things are equally proportioned in some way, right? So I want to understand.
Not
do you know
equally
how,
proportioned,
say,
but yeah, not equally, like head won't be the same as the trunk size unless we're making a embryo.
no,
But
I
yeah,
mean,
reasonably
so,
sized, yes.
No,
Yeah.
I mean, kind of resembling the normal proportions that a normal human or whatever that animal might be and stuff.
Yeah.
So I want to know, when, say, a toy company is planning to make toys and stuff like that, are there people with this kind of early education background and stuff like that, kind of guiding these companies on how to make toys and these the kind of philosophies that are there and stuff like that?
No, I wish they were, but unfortunately, I don't see it anywhere. It's a very good question. I really wish, but everything is governed by what sells, and what sells is mostly governed by electronic media, and that is mostly these characters that you see In cartoons, everything has a huge head, and then Peppa Pig has a big head. So, everywhere you just see big-headed creatures. So it's like a chicken and hen story. You don't know what started what, but this is where we are. Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, it's just when you see it, you don't need to be a Waldorf educator. You can just, if you have that just sense of observation, and really look into how children who are only exposed to these things, how they play, how they are in their mannerisms, study their behavior. You'll also see a lot of difference between that and between children who are more like out in nature and playing with natural material.
I see.
Yeah.
We should do that leg also, right? Same way.
Yes. So I'm just doing the smaller ball. Can you see here?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you do the same way with the feet as well. Both your foot squares also have to look the same. The balls of feet have to look the same. It's not just the sizing, Sushmita. If you see everywhere, it is really
Yeah.
I think I don't know. It's actually a topic that I'm very passionate about. I mean, like interested in, but it also is so multifaceted that it's not just about the size. It's also the sensory overload. Like, you enter a nursery space or a child's room or a toy shop. Everything is like overwhelmed because we are always on multiple things. A screen has so many things. Instagram videos are full of so many shots per minute that you're always flooded with too many images, and it's like a sensory overload. A child is hearing, a child is seeing like so many things, so many lights, so many colors. Nothing is pleasing to the senses anymore. So it's all these things, thinking that this is what children will like and interested. Actually, they are getting more duller in their senses because it's overloaded all the time, and focusing on one thing has become so difficult. And then later they come to professionals for help with attention deficit and other things. But it starts very young. It starts with what the children are exposed to in their environment, because like I said right in the beginning, they are complete sensory beings and they digest everything in the environment. So it's not just the food, but children are also digesting the emotions of adults around them. They're digesting what's on TV. And so it's not fair that I show a violent movie and then expect my child to be calm and pleasant, right? Because they are only going to imitate, because they are also like how imagination is developing in this early years. They also learn mostly through imitation. So whatever they see, they imbibe and they imitate. So, it's like a multi-pronged attack on children, which is all the more a reason why we should have lots of doll makers making these handmade dolls with the consciousness of what goes into a child.
Right. No, and also I think the whole colorful aspect or that there are so many variations in the kind of toys. I mean, it's also that these guys are selling to the parents, right? At the end of the day.
Yeah.
Because I mean, we might want something colorful as adults, So you're selling to the adult instead of, actually making a product for the child.
Yeah.
So I think that's the problem. And I mean, I don't have children and I haven't worked with children at all, but I have a pet dog, and I see the kind of consumerism and that's there in the pet market. There are all kinds of, I don't know, raincoats and ponchos and whatnot. tutus for
Yeah,
dogs, and
yeah.
dogs don't need any of that stuff,
Correct.
right?
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
yeah, I think it's that
Yeah, it
consumerism.
is
But anyway, let's
consumerism. It is like making buyers out for anything and everything. So yeah, it is. And lot, adults also thinking that children will want what they want or they need, but no, children are children. Like
yeah.
what the developmental needs is very different from what we need. Like I might want something with 5 colors, but my child might just be happy with one, right? And if you see, I've worked with so many parents that this concept of less is more is not,
Mhm.
like, slowly the awareness is coming back, but every parent somewhere wants to do the best, but also they tell me that yeah, you're right, because it's not just the parents, right? It's the whole world around them, grandparents, community, everybody comes and floods them with so many things, but the child will wear only that one unicorn print or one star print or one brown chattai or one something else. The child will only take 2 sets of clothes from the wardrobe, and the parents get agitated that my god, they have 25 sets, but they only pick those 2 to wear. Like, why can't they wear the others? Just children are content.
Yeah.
But we are only, adults around us are tuned to believing that the more we provide, the better. But
Yeah,
not so.
correct.
Yeah. And children, like a child in this sort of an environment, will just take one stick and play with one stick. Will that one stick can become many things. But we feel the need to provide them with so many other things that then the faculty of imagination is not being nurtured. Then you're already giving, like, Barbie doll cannot become a grandmother, right? Barbie doll can only be a Barbie doll. But a doll like what you're making today, if you make this doll with the white hair or do something else with the features, or you wear the scarf differently, or you drape around this doll differently, this doll can become a nurse, it can become a doctor, it can become a mother, it can become a grandmother, it can be a baby, it can be a teacher, it can be anything. So that open-ended toys is what children need, and that is one of handmade dolls. This way is one such open-ended toy. Okay. So are we all here with 4 little balls, 2 for hands and 2 for feet, and we have the head with us? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So Ratna, are your hands all 1 centimeter each? There's one ball which is looking slightly bigger for me. Did you measure them? It's 1 centimeter diameter. Just measure them, please. Yeah. Okay. So if we are all here ready with these 4, that's 4 plus 1, 5. That's very good. We can take a quick break, a 5-minute break. You can go use the washroom. You can get yourself a cup of tea. You can bring snack. It's important to nourish yourself while doing your handwork. Yeah. So we'll meet you in 5 minutes, and then we will start working on the body. Okay. So I'll see you all. I'll see you all in 5 minutes. I'm ready when you all are ready.
I am ready.
Can you hear me better now?
Yes.
All right. So you have two colors for your body fabric, and you can choose which color you want to make today and tomorrow. And you can take that color so you will lay it down in a way that the open ends are onto your right side. Yeah, when you fold it into half along the length, the open end, it should open like a book. Basically, your folded edge should be on the left and your open edge should be on the right. So if you had a printed fabric, or if you had a fabric which has a right side and a wrong side to it, this step you will do on the wrong side. Is that clear to everyone? But on this fabric, you don't really have a right side and a wrong side. I mean, it's very difficult. I mean, I know which is the right side, but for you, it may be a bit hard to point. So you're just going to keep it in a way, fold it that in such a way that the wrong side is on top, facing you. And the folded edge should be on the left side, and the open end should be on the right side. Yeah. And then, have you all cut out the templates that I asked you to cut out? Do you have this
I have
cut out?
one question. So
Yes.
it's folded in half, full half, no? Like
Correct. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, Ratna. Thank you. Has everybody got this?
Yes.
Okay. And the hat as well. Please take the body and the hat. Yeah. Okay. So what I want to show you was, why did we cut out the hand circle? Actually, while making the hands, we did it the short way, right? We just stuffed it in and we tied it around and we measured it. So this is one way, but I will later send you a video of how you can do the same thing with the circular template. You don't need to do it now, but it's just there for you in case you want to do it like that. I'll later share a tutorial with you after tomorrow's class is over. Yeah. So your hand is done. So leave the hand circle for now. You don't need to think about it now. Yeah. But we are going to mainly use the body and the hat template. And this is very, very important. How you place it here. Please do not place your body in the edge like this. Okay. You should place it in a way that there is gap all around. There has to be gap all around your body. But your hat should be along the edge. Here, like this. Place it exactly like what I've showed. Yeah, have you all done this? Yes, Susmita, that's looking fine. So your body here with gap all around and your hat along the edge like this. Okay. And first thing is you keep your body and please draw around this template. Once your body is placed, just make a marking with your pen or your pencil along the body fabric around. Is everybody here doing this? Nimisha, Lakshmi?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, Aman.
Okay. Yeah. I was just checking because after the break, I just want to know if everybody was back.
So this doll that we are making in the Waldorf style of teaching and stuff,
Yeah.
what kind of age group is this meant for?
See, typically the early kindergarten, 3 to 5. So less than 3 years, I may show another type of doll. But once they turn 3, they developmentally are becoming more aware, and then they ask, where are the legs? Where are the eyes? Where is the nose? Till then, I may even show them. Till then, I may show them. I may only give them doll without even facial features, just plain face, because that really opens up their, that opens up a lot more imagination and for them, and it calms them down, and then they get really attached to the doll and they build that relationship. But once they turn 3, then they start asking, where are the eyes? Where is this? And where are the legs? And then of course some not all children, some of them will say it's hiding inside the skirt, or they folded the legs and sitting. They may say their own things. But then I start bringing in the limbs, because they're more active in the limbs. So then limbs start coming in the dolls. But even older children, like I even know now, class 1 children, 6-7-year-olds, 8-year-olds, they also, and the beauty of this is when it is handmade by a teacher or a mother or a sister or an aunt or a grandmom and gifted to the child will always treasure it, no matter how old. So that angle also comes in. So I've had older children also being like, mom would make the doll for the very first time in her life, putting all her love into it. And a 9-10-year-old would also love it. So all these factors come into play. Yes. So have you all done this? It should look like this. If you see my screen, this is how it should be. So I want you to also mark along the open-ended parts. On your template, I've marked where it needs to be open. So please mark those lines as well. And please show it to me. I want to see everybody's marking. Yes, that's fine. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Yes, that's okay. Yeah. Ratna, so on your arms, it has to be curved here. It's looking straight. Yeah. And I think you've placed your body template a bit to the right. So after, show it to me again, please. Turn it, move your, See, it's too much on the corner. So you need to place it a little before, so that because where your arm is ending, it's right on the edge. That will not do. Yeah. So please place the template a little before, so that there is space all around, and draw it again.
Should I draw it over it?
Yeah, no problem. Okay. Because it's the wrong side anyway. So just place it here, like it was right here for you. Place it little here inside and draw it again. Abhirami, you also, is it in the corner? Okay. Yeah, there's just a little bit of gap. All right, that's fine. Yeah, Kamakshi, but is there space for the hat? One second. Kamakshi, where is your folded end and open end? Folded end has to be on the left side when you draw it. Yeah. You're on mute, Kamakshi.
The hat is on the closed hand side?
Yeah. So the hat, so when you showed it to me, I think it was ulta. Basically, you keep your fabric where the open end is on the right side. Yeah. The hat should be on the closed side. Okay. And then your body template here, and then there has to be enough gap around the body. Then you draw. And also, please, once you finish drawing this, everybody please keep your hat template here on the edge and draw this line as well. And then show it to me. Yes. So if everyone can see Nimisha's, it's looking fine. Thank you, Nimisha. Take it back, Lakshmi. I can't see it properly. A little down. Yeah. So Lakshmi, also your template is a little too like high up. There is gap, but it's, yeah, okay. You can just, this is okay, but it's like on the edge. I would say next time you just place it a little below. Yeah. For now, it's fine. Yes. So Abhirami, you need to draw the curved end of the feet. Yeah. And one side arm as well, that curved end I can't see.
Yeah, maybe it's not thick enough.
Oh, you drew it? Okay. I couldn't see it. Yeah. Yes, Sanya, that's looking fine. So this you can do with any fabric at home, right? Any waist fabric, blouse bit, anything that you have, your child's old t-shirt can be made into dolls. You can reuse fabric. Please try and reuse things, upcycle. Okay, if everyone's done both, I want to see both. Both the templates drawn on the fabric. Yes. Yeah, turn it and show me, Kamakshi. Yeah, is there space after your arm ends? Is there space on the, yeah, okay, fine.
Can I ask you something?
Yes, please.
Ideally, how much fabric should be left around, like 1 centimeter or so, like between the hat?
So see, what we are going to do is first on the body, you're going to stitch and then you're going to cut it. Okay. So while cutting, I would like about 0.5 centimeter gap at least to be left around.
Okay. Okay.
And here on the hat, you're first going to stitch it again, but inside this line, not on the outer line, on the inner line, and then you're going to cut on the outer line.
Okay.
So I would say between these two, at least 1 centimeter gap should be there, because you're going to cut it in 0.5 centimeter and then you want to, you know, cut this also. So like that. If everyone's here, Nimisha showed it to me. Lakshmi, did I see yours?
Yes, Soumya. You saw.
Okay. Okay. Okay, now you're going to again thread your needle and make a knot and be ready for stitching the fabric.
The same white one?
Yes. So use the same white, off-white, whatever I've sent you.
The smaller needle?
Yes, please. Only small needle.
An arm's length again? Sorry to be asking you a lot of
No, no, no. Please ask me any number of questions. Yes, same length, the smaller needle. The bigger needle is going to be used only when we are making eyes, nose, and mouth. Yeah. So for all the rest, we are only going to use a small needle. Once everybody is ready, please put your that raise hand or in the reaction, so I know that you're ready and I can start. Or if anybody is not ready, you can tell me and I'll wait.
How long it should be?
The thread should just be long enough, like your arm's length. Yeah. Okay. Now, I presume everyone's ready till here. What we're going to do is we're going to first stitch the body. Okay. And for that, your stitches have to attach both the layers together, not one. Okay. So you're going to stitch through both front and back. Yeah.
I'm sorry to interrupt. Can you spotlight your the camera and not that?
Oh, sorry. Both are there, is it?
Yes, yes.
Ah, okay. Now?
Thank you. Yeah.
Fine. So, can you see this now? You see my video, right? So here, both the layers, front and back, have to be stitched through. And I'm going to use back stitch. Now, back stitch is the best stitch to use when you do not have a sewing machine, when you're not going to be doing machine stitching, because back stitch will reinforce it and it'll be secure. So for back stitch, has anybody done back stitch before? You know what it is? No, right? Okay. So
No.
if you know it already, you can do it. But what we are going to do is we are going to start on this point of the neck. And we are going to come till this point of the arm. Remember, this part said leave open, right? So this part we are not going to stitch through because we have to attach the arms through the two holes, and then we're going to leave open ends here as well, where we are going to attach the feet balls which we made, and then here again obviously for the head to go in. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces are going to be left open, and the rest of the body is going to be stitched with back stitch. So this is how you do a back stitch. I'm going to start. I'm going to actually show it to you on a swatch on another piece of cloth, so you can see, and then I'm going to do the same thing there. So for a back stitch, you start like normal. Yeah. You're starting here, just like normal. Okay. Take in and out, and then instead of going ahead forward for like in out like that, this is called a running stitch, right? You all did this before, just going in out in out in out. Instead of doing that, you come one step back, and then again you take the needle through the front, then you make a stitch. So you see, again I'm going one step back to where this one ended. Go in through the back and come out through the front. So this, I'm doing it like this so that you can see it, but I want the stitch to be short and together. Go in through the back, come out through the front. Go in through the back, come out through the front. So I'm going to show you how it looks from the back also, like this.
Soumya, can you show the starting ones?
Yeah. So starting is just, I'm going to remove this and do it again. Now I'm going to do it on this fabric. Yeah. So actually on the doll. So you can see what I'm doing. Basically, you start from this tip, one end of the neck. Yeah. So just start like normal. Take the thread in and come out. So your knot will be here. Okay. Again, I go back in through the back and out through the front. See how short it is.
Okay.
Again, go in through the back and out through the front.
In meaning like you poke it again where it was already poked, is it?
Yes. So I poke it into this where the previous stitch ends. So
Okay.
there I poke it in. Poke it in through the back and come out through the front.
Okay.
So this is your back stitch, and I'm going to do this till I come to go. So you all also can start. And when you come to this arm end, please stop and look at what I'm doing so that you can continue from there. So if everybody can please pause and look at my screen for a moment. Yeah, just look at it for a moment. Yeah, thank you. So you see, I've come to the end, which is the first open end, right? The arm end. There is a gap here. Can you see the gap? So I'm again going to go back in and come out through the front through the same stitch so that I'm covering the gap. Now, from here, I need to leave this bit open, right? So I can't stitch through this. If I stitch through this, I will not be able to attach my hand. So leaving it open means with the thread wherever it is, you jump straight into this other point. Yeah, okay. And then you again continue with a stitch like this. Just poke in and out. What does that mean? It will leave a long thread like this, which is fine. So please leave this long thread here. That's okay. But just from here, from this end, you jump into the next end and you continue making your stitches around.
So the thread will be left on top, not at the bottom. Is that right?
Yes, it'll mostly be left on top. Even if by chance it is left at the bottom, that's also okay. But it should be left on top typically. You should be able to see it. Because if you cover this entire thing, then your thread will come out from the top only. It will not be
right.
Yeah.
Correct. Okay.
But if you happen to have it at the bottom, that's also okay. The important thing is you have to come out exactly from the next point. Like you can't leave gaps here and there. Yeah.
Does mine look okay? It only looks like white, like small knots on the, you can't even see.
Yeah, I can't see it. 1 second. Let me try and spotlight you so that.
Can you see? This is how it looks behind. Am I doing it wrong?
I still can't see. Actually, will you be able to show me the other side?
Yeah.
See, is it covering it fully like this, Abhirami, without any gap?
No, it's not. I can only see, one white dot here and then another white dot there, like that.
But if you come back, if you do the stitch like how I showed it to you, it should be able to cover, see, like, okay, I have to replace the spotlight. 1 second. Yeah. So if you are going to come back to the end of where the last stitch finished and then again go front like that, and if you keep doing it like that, you should cover this whole roadway.
Okay.
Like you won't be leaving anything open there, is what I'm saying.
Okay. Maybe I'll do it again from the beginning.
Yeah.
Once we reach this corner, the hand,
Yeah.
we have to just go straight away to the next point.
Yeah.
and start the back stitch.
Once I reach this corner, then I go straight into this point and then again continue back stitch.
Soumya, if I can pick your brain more about Waldorf. So,
Yeah, just give me a minute. 1 second.
Well,
Abhirami, if you would like to send me a picture, you can. I can see it on WhatsApp and see if it's looking okay. Because on the screen, I'm not able to see properly.
Okay. No, I'm just practicing on this. And then
Okay, fine. Yeah, that's good. And also, I wanted to tell everyone, stitching is a very relaxing activity, provided you take care of your posture. That's very important. So please sit properly. Oh, you're not able to see my screen. Are you?
Soumya, I just have a small doubt.
Yeah.
So, gap, right? So it will come like this, right? The long one.
What gap? Huh?
The arms gap.
Correct.
So after I finish, I'll have to.
Yeah.
Like a straight line, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But okay, see, Lakshmi, you made a straight line here. Okay, correct? And then there is a gap between where your needle is coming from here and here. Do you see that?
Sorry, where?
So do you see my spotlighted video?
Yeah.
So you went into this,
Correct.
right?
Yeah.
And then you came out from here, correct?
Yeah, right.
So between this needle and this point, there is a gap.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll have to stitch.
Yeah, you have to stitch, come back and stitch through the gap.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was saying, everybody, please look after your posture. Your back needs to rest well, and you should preferably have a workspace, because otherwise you're bending your neck and shoulders for too long. Today it's fine wherever you are, but tomorrow see if you can, have a desk or a table, because if you don't look after your neck and shoulders, then you will be in trouble later. So craft is enjoyable. Sorry,
I was just asking, how do I end this stitch when I am running out?
Yes, I was just going to show you that. Yes, I'm going to show you that. So everybody, again, please look at my screen. So please do not wait till you reach the fag end of the thread. Okay, when you have a little bit left, please make your final knot. So how do I make my final knot? Is I'm going to make a stitch like this, come out with the needle, and just halfway with the needle out, not fully, I'm going to go around 1, 2, 3 times with my thread, and I'm going to pull the needle out. So I'm making my final knot. Yeah. If you want, you can do it one more time just to be secure. Just do that final knot one more time. If you don't have enough thread to do the final knot, I will tell you then what else to do. Then when you make your final knot, you please cut your thread and you thread new thread and you start over again. But when you start it, please start on the last 2 stitches that you made so that you're reinforcing that and it doesn't come off. Did everyone see that? When you're starting with new thread, please start on the last 2 stitches. Start there and then continue. Okay? Even when you all are knitting or crocheting or whatever it is that you do, I've had students who are grandmothers, knitters in London, expert knitters who have knitted like a dozen garments for their grandchildren. They come to me with a lot of shoulder and neck pain, and they come to me to learn crochet. And then when I tell them that, have you ever looked after yourself? They say no. So while sitting, we have to choose the right setting and posture. Yes, Sushmita, you were asking me something.
I have one too many questions. You just mentioned, knitters who were learning crochet, and
Yeah.
I have always had this problem with learning knitting. So now I'm very comfortable with crochet,
Yeah.
and I just cannot get 2 hands to work
Yeah.
in coordination.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I don't know how to fix that. I keep trying and I keep failing. So if you teach knitting, I am definitely interested. I just can't learn knitting.
Yeah, that's what all my knitters also used to say, that they just cannot do crocheting. They do knitting like robos, tuck, 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 they do. Like, but they say, they tried following videos and they just cannot get it done. Then they used to come to my workshop and they say, oh, this is what it is. And then they go back.
I would interrupt. With me also, when it comes to fiber arts, I have tried knitting, I have tried crochet.
Yeah.
I am more inclined towards crochet. I don't know why. Like I am like, it's easier, convenient, and maybe quicker.
Yeah.
Also.
That's always a big battle in the craft world between knitting and crochet. Which is easier? Which is
and I'm surprised. Then I was not aware. Good, I got to know that you were one of a crochet teacher here. So yeah,
yeah.
Going to be, whenever next you have a crochet workshop, offline, online, I am there.
Yeah, but you already know, right? You said you know how to crochet.
Yeah.
You are on mute, Sanya.
I know how to crochet, but I am always open to new learning.
Yeah. Nice.
But does knitting take less yarn than crochet?
No, not at all. It takes more, in fact.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because knitted stitches are closer together, right? So there's more yarn being used. It's like in crochet, single crochet uses more yarn than double. Double uses more, single uses more than double uses more than treble. So the longer and more gaps the stitches have, the less the yarn. The shorter and close knit the stitches are, the more the yarn. So that way, if you see, knitting uses more yarn.
Got it.
So also another thing is, when you all do this later on your own, and when you're using another fabric, you can always, for body, use the same color thread. Yeah. For the workshop, just to be neutral, I've given you a common shade, and I'm using a darker shade only so that you can see it better. But ideally, you should be using the same as the body color so that it doesn't show much. So see, again, now I've come to the one end of the foot and I'm jumping over to the next and I'm continuing my back stitch.
Damn, thank God you reminded me. I was stitching through the foot.
Yes. So please leave the feet and the other arm also open.
Damn it, how do I go back?
Okay, how do you go back? Is that Sushmita?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, don't worry. I'll give you company. Although I've done the right thing. If you want to go back, what you do is you just cut it over here. Okay? I'm going to cut it over here. And then you re-knot your thread.
Okay.
And then since you have stitched through this space, slowly with the back of your needle, take off your stitches one by one till you come to this end.
Okay.
Okay. And then with your new thread, you again start on the last bit, just before the open end. Yeah. Start on the last bit like this. And then you jump over to this.
I'll also need to, complete this and finish this. What do I do?
Complete what? So your video is off. I'm not able to see what.
I'll just. So basically, now I have. Is it visible? So
yeah.
I need to put this back and end it. How do I end this? I'll just leave it.
Put what back?
The thread.
Huh.
Now it ends. So I need to start afresh from, say, this point. But
sorry, it's very light. I'm not able to. Did you already stitch through the feet or have you not?
No, I have now removed that. Yeah, I've removed that.
So,
I have made one stitch.
Okay.
I'll send you a picture maybe.
Yeah. And now if you made one stitch, then you just continue, you jump into the, yeah, send me a picture.
Yeah.
Yes, so I can see, and you're asking if you want to fix that last gap, yeah? Yes. So you need to just take the needle one step back for the, is this your old thread or your new thread?
This is my old thread.
So then leave the old thread. With the new thread, you start the new thread about 2 stitches behind so that you're reinforcing that space.
Okay, fine.
You got it? And then you continue. Yeah.
Yeah, so I wanted to know about Waldorf. Is this kind of education system is until what age, and then how does one progress from there?
It's there till grade 12, but not fully in not in too many schools like that. A lot of schools, they stop till see, what happens is typically when they start a Waldorf school, they start from kindergarten and they grow along with the first class. So if the first child batch first class is say up to grade 8, then the school will have up to grade 8. Some schools grow to class 10, and a couple of schools have grown to class 12. But typically what happens is after class 8, they might associate themselves with a board like Cambridge or IGCSE or sometimes CBSE. And then they take the so because till then there is no exam in Waldorf education. So every child makes his or her own main lesson book. They do everything on their own. There are no textbooks. They make their own main lesson books, and based on, of course, what the teacher brings, and everything is taught through a multi-pronged approach. So math is learned through movement, math is learned through music, math is learned through handwork, math is learned through actual hands-on work. It's learned through geometry, spatial orientation, so many different ways. I'm just giving you an example. So then the child makes the main lesson books also like that. And so like that they grow until sometimes they shift over to another board after class 8, and then they follow that board's syllabus. But some schools continue to, typically what would happen is they continue to teach in the Waldorf way, which is again through a multi-pronged approach. But they take up the exams. So I've known children in Waldorf schools in class 10 who are so excited to write their board exams because it's their first time of going and writing an exam. And I've known students who have all like gotten over 90%. Like I know students who've gotten over, and but I've also seen children who have sort of struggled to fit into mainstream school after that, merely for the reason that it's too dry and it's too uninspiring after being in an environment like this. So I've seen students who have struggled also to fit in, but I've seen students who have also, abroad you have, easily you can complete the entire school and education in the Waldorf way. But in India, it's only slowly growing. I mean, there are many Waldorf schools in India, but mostly till 8 or class 10, 11th and 12th, I think there are right now only a few. So, but yeah. Oh, you still again cannot see my screen, everyone? Now you can.
Sorry, can you just show how to, no, not when it's going to end?
Yeah, but I have finished my knot, so I don't know how to show it to you. Will anybody else, is anyone else in that space? You just want to see the last knot, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, Sanya is there doing that. Maybe she
Okay.
wants to show. But how will you show? Yeah, okay. I'm just going to, but it's white, so just see if you're able to see that.
Done. Okay.
You're on mute, Sanya.
Sorry, did you see?
Yeah, I got to see. Thank you. I'll try it now.
Want me to do again? I'm still there on that same point.
Can you just give me a minute? I'll just try and see if it's coming. No, I think I got it. Thank you so much. So when you're starting back, you have to start to like 2 stitches ahead or
two stitches behind. You have to start from where you left 2 stitches behind, so that you're like reinforcing on that old stitch. Yeah. Priya, how are you going? You're okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Soumya, can you spotlight yourself?
Oh, it's gone again. I don't know why it keeps going. 1 second.
Soumya, request you to please check the WhatsApp.
Yeah, just give me a minute. I'm starting video. Yeah, 1 second. My camera needs to just get a charger. I'll just give me a minute, please. Hi, can you all hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, it got disconnected. Are you able to still not see my screen? Okay. Okay. Okay, that is connecting. But Sanya, yes, I saw that is looking fine. Okay. You have the line running across on the other side, right? Okay. Hmm. Can you see it now? Yeah, you can see my screen.
We can see Soumya's screen. We cannot see working screen.
Oh, right. 1 second. Spotlight. Can you see it now?
Yeah.
Okay. So has anybody done this fully? It's completed?
Not yet.
No problem. Take your time and do it slowly, but make sure that the stitches are small and covering the whole thing, except where it needs to be left open. If anybody has done this, please let me know. I'll tell you what next to do.
Mine looks little different than what you do. Why so? Maybe I'm lefty, that's why.
Yours looks different. How?
Like on one side it looks running stitch, but together.
Hmm.
The other side it looks like a stem stitch. ऐसे आगे पीछे.
Yeah, but you've basically done back stitch only, right?
I mean, as far as I understood what you said, I tried.
Yeah, so see, if you don't come fully to the end of the last stitch, if you're doing back but just halfway through back, then it will look like running stitch.
No, I was coming completely.
Completely fully. See, what you sent me in the picture looked fine only.
Okay.
So it's okay. Yeah, your one side will look like stem stitch and one side will look like, straight stitch. So it's
Okay.
fine. You finished it, Sanya?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so then what you can do is you can, with your hat template, 1 minute. See, I'm going to share this other screen. Now in the screen, I'm going to show you, you see bottom left, the two dolls, the one who is wearing a skirt and the blue one. You see the hat being worn differently, right? Yeah, that is I'm calling it the nurse hat. Yeah, which has a fold, and I'm calling it the nurse hat. And right on top, you see the hat like a gnome hat, which is a conical hat. Yeah. You have to choose now, all of you, which style of hat do you want for this doll? Do you want the gnome hat or do you want the nurse hat? Depending on that, I will tell you what to do with the hat template.
I want to do a gnome hat.
Okay. So the others can also choose between the gnome hat and the nurse hat, and I'll tell you what to do. Okay, if you want to do the gnome hat, Sanya, since you've finished this, you can start with this. What you do is you first mark you see on your hat template, you have an inner line. Here on this card, which I'm showing, there's an inner line, right? So the same thing has to come here as well. So what you do is you place your template here where you marked it. Yeah, that's where you marked it, right? Just move your template a little down like this. Just see, if you move it a little below like this, about 0.5 centimeter gap, then you draw another line inside. Okay. And then you do back stitch on the inside line, not the outside line. Okay. You do that and then I'll tell you next. The others can keep continuing with the body.
So in Bombay, are there Waldorf schools?
Yeah, there are many kindergartens and there are schools as well.
If I belong to Bombay, yes, my son goes to a Waldorf school.
Oh, where is this? What school is this?
In Andheri East, it's called Trida International.
I see.
So
One of the oldest Waldorf school in Mumbai.
So in Andheri, there are two. There's Trida, there's Inodai. And near South Bombay, there's one called Golden Spiral. And in Navi Mumbai, you have Shishya, Waldorf Inspired School. And then you have a few kindergarten initiatives in Mulund. And I'm not very good with area names yet. I moved to Bombay only.
I have done this. Now what is the next step with the hat?
Yeah, you've completed the body. Sorry, when Sanya and Ratna, where did you all finish? How did you finish the body template? Did you finish it on the other side of the neck?
Yeah, completely.
Okay, good. So you left the arm also, this arm also
One
open, and you and then you finished it here on the other side of the neck, right? Okay. Then Ratna, what you do is, which hat do you want? The nurse hat or the gnome hat? Did you see what I showed?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So you do the gnome hat, and what you do is you keep the template here on where you've drawn. And you just move the template a little down, about 0.5 centimeter down. Yeah. And you mark an inner line.
Okay.
Same, this shape only, you mark a line, inner line, and then you're going to back stitch on the inner line.
Okay. Okay.
So if everybody has done it till here, let me know, till the body. Just let me know. Before you start on the hat, I would like to show you something. Ratna and Sanya can already start on the hat because the rest of us are still doing.
Yeah, I am done with the body.
Okay.
I'm done with the body.
Okay. So those of you who have finished working on your body, what you need to do is you need to cut it out, leaving 0.5 centimeter gap all around. Except, who was it that I said your top was too close? Somebody's top gap was only 0.5 centimeter. Lakshmi, right? Yeah. So then don't cut further on the top. Leave that top as it is, Lakshmi. Okay. So the rest of you take your scissors and start cutting. Please do not forget to leave the gap. So you see, I'm going to show you how to cut. I have not finished my stitching, but I can still complete my stitching. The rest of you, only after you complete your stitching, you can do this, not before that, okay? But cut it out like this, leaving this gap. This much gap should be there. Please do not cut it too close. Cut it all around the body, along the shape of the body, but leaving 0.5 centimeter gap around. And let me know when you do that.
And if I want to do this nurse hat, what do I need to do?
Who is that?
Susmita.
So nurse hat, you just need to cut straight away along the outer line and not do any stitching and wait.
Okay. Done.
If you finish stitching the body and cutting it, I would like to see it, please. Show it to me.
This is how mine looks.
Show me like hold it by the neck so I can see the arms also properly. Okay, I can't see the stitches because it's white, but yeah, okay, fine. So Sushmita, is your between the feet, this and this line, is there too much gap?
Maybe just a little. I can shave that a little.
Yeah, you can shave that a little so that it's more shapely.
Got it. Yeah.
Yes, Sanya, even yours, I can't see. Yeah, I can see it. Yeah, I can't turn it around. Yeah, okay. Show it to me on the side where you've marked so I can see it better, everyone.
This is where I've marked.
Yes, yes, Sanya. Yes, Reiko, that's fine.
Also, I want to know, should I cut the head also, like what the line said? I'm done with the stitching.
Ah, yeah, then you can cut it on the outer line if you're done with the stitching.
exactly on the outer line कि उसमें भी थोड़ा छोड़ के?
No, exactly on the outer line, because they will already show me where you've stitched, but show it to me.
Inside.
How much gap is there? Is enough gap, right? Yeah, you can cut it on the outer line. Everybody else? Yeah, Kamakshi, your your right side leg, is there gap or, oh, it's just folded, is it? Okay, fine. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so then today with this, we can pause, we can stop, but I want to give you some homework here, which is to finish your body stitching and cutting, like how I showed you, and to finish your hat stitching. So once again, for your hat, if you're going to do the gnome hat, I'll just show you. Here, so everyone can see this, the different styles of hat here. Yeah, let me just mute my. Yeah, so this hat is the gnome hat, and then you have the other hat, the nurse hat as well. Can you choose video filter? Are you all able to hear me? My screen is frozen for some reason.
Yeah, I can
You
hear.
can hear. Okay. And which screen are you seeing?
The one with the dolls.
Okay, 1 second. That's good. Because I can't see the stop sharing option. Now it's gone, right? Yeah. Are you all still seeing the blank screen only?
Yes.
Ah, interesting. Would anybody know why the stop sharing screen has disappeared?
Can you try pressing escape or something?
Yeah, I've been trying pressing escape. It's not escaping for some reason. Zoom. This is strange. Yes. Okay, stop. Thank God. All right. So I want to show you now in Spotlight myself. Yeah. Let me bring the dolls to you once again. If you would like this style of hat, the gnome hat, then what you do is you have to draw an inner line here. Yeah. So for doing that, you keep your hat template along the edge like this, and you just move it a little down below and you mark your inner line. and then you stitch on the inner line, back stitch on the inner line, and then you cut it on the outer line. I think Sanya can maybe show it to everyone. Yeah, and so like that. If you do not want the gnome hat, if you want the nurse hat, which is like this, if you want this style hat, then what you need to do is you have to draw your hat template or use the template that's already there, and you simply have to straight away cut on the outer line. Yeah, and bring it tomorrow, and I'll show you how to do the nurse hat. So tomorrow you will come with your body all stitched and cut. I'm yet to complete this bit, so I'm going to do that. And you will also come with your hat template tomorrow, and we will finish the rest tomorrow. Is that okay? So tomorrow we will all again meet 5 minutes before. And tomorrow, today we are stopping 5 past, 7 past 4:30, but tomorrow we might be going up to 5, if that's okay. Yeah. If we finish in time, we finish in time. That's fine. But if we don't, then we will be probably going up to 5 o'clock tomorrow. Okay. So sleep well, keep your everything safe in your kits so that you can bring them back tomorrow. So your 2 hands, 2 feet, 1 head and body and hat will come back tomorrow with more stuffing. And please remember, so I'm also very passionate about working and leaving very less waste. So crafting with low waste as much as possible. So whatever thread and tidbits and scrap fabric that you have, we will use it all in stuffing tomorrow. So don't throw away anything, okay? So we're not going to leave any waste. Please keep your small fabric bits. You can cut it shorter and you can keep it with you. If you're working with crochet or knitting, you know what I do? I collect my yarn leftovers and I put it in a jar and I use that as stuffing for my dolls. So if you have thread waste like that, you can use them as well for your stuffing. So you bring that also tomorrow and we can complete making our dolls tomorrow. Yeah. And I will be sending you as bonus a couple of tutorials a little later tomorrow to show you how to make, this kind of skirt, to show you how to attach a different kind of hair. I will send you all that as bonus videos that you can watch. Yeah. But tomorrow we will complete the rest. Yes,
Just
somebody.
one question.
Yes, please.
This cutting of the body,
yeah.
How much space do we have to leave?
0.5 centimeter.
Throughout.
Yeah.
Okay.
Throughout 0.5 centimeter. Any other questions for today about what you need to do?
Yeah, for the neck, so we not here, right? We don't jump here or just not in the other side of the neck.
Yes,
right?
yes. You're not in the other side because you're leaving the middle open.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anybody else? Any questions?
Somewhere my head.
Yeah. It has to be, it's fine. Just make sure that it is 1.25 inches.
Okay. I think it's 2.5 inches lesser. It's just about
2.5 inches ledges.
Like
1 inch. Yeah. 1 inch is fine. It's okay. Yeah, it's okay. I thought it was 2.5 inches, so I got a bit worried. Okay, 1 inch is fine. Anybody else? Any doubts for today? Any questions?
No.
Okay, remember all the other things that we saw, how to make the mobile fairy from the hand that you did, and how do you make a finger puppet with just the tube. And there's another pattern which you can make from this pattern itself, which is, again, let me spotlight. Yeah. So you see the template that you all have used with the legs and feet is this, right? Yeah.
Yes.
So you can also make a doll like this.
Okay.
So basically you cut out this template, but if you do a straight down and a curve up like that, then you make a curved body doll without the legs. Yeah. So this is another possibility that you have, which is also which is the first kind of dolls that I used to teach before this workshop. I'll just show you one sample. Can you all see? Yeah, this is without the legs being defined and cut. So, but this is also you made from the similar size template. And then you can attach a skirt to it. You can add a belt or whatever you want. So these are different variations that you can do from the same kit, from the same template that you have. And we will see more tomorrow. Yeah, hope you all have a restful evening. Hope it wasn't too much and you had a relaxed time today. We will see you again tomorrow. Maha, did you want to say something? You raised your hand. Yeah. You're on mute, Maha.
Too many noise at
Yeah,
home.
that's fine.
I hope they keep silent. Okay.
Yeah.
So now, so I'll proceed with it tomorrow. The hat, yeah, the hat was what I had not done before, so I cut it out and I.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah.
So I'm ready for tomorrow.
Okay, great. Okay, see you all tomorrow. Have a good evening. Bye. See you.
Bye. Bye. Thank you.
You can use the same link for tomorrow. Yeah. Okay. See you. Bye bye. Thank you.